Hello friends, welcome. This is Sijesh here. In this video I will demonstrate the installation and configuration of HDP cluster, Hortonworks data platform, and I'm using Ambari based installation. So Ambari is a web based tool that can be used for automating the Hadoop installation as well as monitoring and configuration of cluster. Okay, I'm doing the installation by using VMware. Again, VMware I'm just using for creating virtual machine because I don't have any physical machines available here for doing the installation. But in real time enterprise, you may be doing the installation on physical hardware, but this is just a simulation environment. So for that purpose I am using VMware workstation version 11.1.2. Okay, so this is the version of VMware I'm using. So I'm using the VMware workstation 11.1.2. Okay, so first I'm going to create a virtual machine. So here I need 3 virtual machines. Okay, so let's create those one by one. Okay, so create custom, then I'm choosing the default one, fine. And here I have 3 options, so from the disk or doing the installation later. So I have a CentOS 6.4 ISO image downloaded. So this image you can download from internet, from CentOS repositories directly, and you can just browse and point to that ISO image. Then next, so this is a username. So which username I want to give? Okay, so the username and sorry, and the password, you can give the proper password. I think there is some mismatch. Okay, next. Then this is the virtual machine name, so I'm naming it as master, and the location, so where I want to create the virtual machine. So you can point to this location where you have enough space. Okay, so I'm just storing those into my C drive itself. I don't have extra partitions available with the free space, so I'm using under VMs, so HDP cluster. Okay, then another directory I need, master. Okay, next, then the number of processors, so I'm choosing the 1, and here the memory, so I'm choosing 4 gig per machine. Okay, so network type, network address installation NAT, that is the default option available. I'm selecting that default option. Then next, this is also choosing the default one, default. Then create a new virtual disk. Then instead of 20 gig I'm changing to 40 gig, and remaining everything default. Next, then this is also fine. Next, finish. So it will start installing the operating system on this machine, so it will take a few minutes to complete that installation. Okay, so now the installation is started. Okay, so you can see, like so no need to give any options here, so it will do the installation in an automated way. Okay, so you can see it is formatting the disk, and will start the installation in a moment. So now the installation is started. Okay, so it will take a few minutes to complete that in. Okay, so now the installation is completed, and it is restarted by default. Okay, so now my system is booting up. Okay, so you can see the boot up message. So the one machine I got one VM created and installed operating system. Okay, so now the installation is over. Okay, so we got one machine here, so we can log in with whatever the password we have given during the time of VM creation. So the same password we can type here. Oh. Okay, okay, that is working now. So then we can see. Okay, so by default the root password also will be the same password that we have given during the during the installation time. Okay, so this is the IP address, so you'll be able to connect this from outside. So if you have a putty, so okay, let me open my putty terminal here. Okay, so this is the IP 192.168.117.128, and let me save that as master. Okay, so save, so that later, okay, this is the first time we are connecting, so it's asking that key. Yes, I can type yes, and root. Password. Okay, so that this is fine. So now we will create two more machines, because we are going to do the installation on 3 machine. So let me create a few more virtual machines. Okay, so I will do the same steps that we have done. Okay, so create a new virtual machine, then the custom, then this one. Okay, so this one here I'm giving the same credential. Okay, next, changing this location. C drive, this directory, and under this VMs HTTP cluster, node 1. Okay, so this name as node 1. Okay, so selecting 4 gig RAM. Okay, again 40 gig memory. That's it. So similarly I will have to create one more, so I'm doing that. Okay, so installation is over. Now we have 3 virtual machine: master, node 1 and node 2. Okay, and I'll try to connect using putty, and I need to make some changes. Okay, so we'll check those prerequisites one by one. Okay, so this is the IP address of the machine. Okay, so node 1, this one 129, and node 2 130. So we will try to connect node 1 as well as the node 2 from here. Okay, for node 1 192.168.117.129 here I'm just saving as node 1, and 130